Nithyanandam, welcome to another edition of Nithyananda Leelas with my very special guests, Mary and Uriel. And Mary was on a few days back and was talking about the amazing experiences she and her son have had here in Bidadi at Sri Nithyananda Swami's adheenam. And now they're all here on stage, and we could have been filming a half hour ago because this little guy's so lit up. He's so ready to tell about everything that's going on. But we'll start with Mary because she'll just give a little background onto how they started here. And it was, I think, before Yuri actually can remember, back when he was 4, and now he's a very old, mature 6. But we'll let him talk about what he knows now. And Mary can start by just saying when he first started coming here.
Okay. We first came to Inner Awakening in 2014. I took Yuri to Ingenious program, and that is when he first met Swamiji, and he did the entire program. And then we also did Nithyananda 10-day program in February. So he was with Swamiji then too. And after we did that program, he wanted to come back and attend Gurukul. So that's why we're here now. He's in Gurukul and very happy, as you can see.
And actually, Yuri has some messages for the kids of the whole world, I think, because Swamiji has done the third eye initiations on all of us. But what he has found is in children, the third eye is so non-toxic and so unaffected by the world, which we've had to deal with, just fluoride toxicity, incompletions. And so what Yuri has found is that he can see himself in that monitor, but he's also found that third eye, you ready, Yuri? Third eye is an astonishing event. Now you said that first it was just a little open.
First it was a little open and it got wider and wider, and then it got so wide it started working so much, and also I want to tell you that I want to tell this to the whole world.
What would you like to tell to the whole world?
About how my third eye is.
Okay.
And I forget the other parts.
Can you...
And what?
Oh, I was going to say, can you tell about how you saw the planets? Can you tell them?
Yeah. Also, when I was going to look at the Big Dipper, and I looked at it, and it just appeared. It looked like space. And also, when I was looking down at the dorm, I saw Swamiji in front of me, and I also heard Swamiji. And I don't know why I said that, because he was in satsang.
So you experienced yourself being above the dorm, like up in the sky? Were you, no?
And what?
Oh, that's a better one.
My third eye was like a telescope.
Like a telescope.
Yeah?
So you could see anything you thought of?
Yeah.
So what planet did you experience first?
It was Mars, because actually when I looked at it and I saw the planets, and my mom told me it was Mars, and I looked at it, I saw it was a red planet, so I thought it was Mars.
That's amazing, because Swamiji had taught us years ago that the Vedic astrologers were able to map the heavens without telescopes, and modern scientists couldn't figure out how they did that, but now you know how they did that, right? they saw through their third eye.
Oh.
Like you just did.
Oh. So.
Now, something else that happened more on an earthly level was when you were born, your dad had already passed away, right? And you had asked Swamiji during the Ingenious program, you asked Swamiji if you could see your dad, didn't you? And so what happened?
I saw it straight in the mirror. I saw my dad. I saw it straight. I saw it in the mirror. I saw myself. That's what I did. I saw myself. I saw everything. It looked straight like my dad. And just saw into the mirror. I saw my dad.
So,
Even if it was a foggy with lots of black stuff, I still could see in the mirror.
so that was the the Yaranjana Ani.
Yes.
The new process
Right.
that you're all experiencing. Swamiji puts this black, almost an oil, that's his DNA mixed with ghee and some other things, and he puts it on a mirror. But you were saying that you don't need the mirror anymore.
You want to talk about that? That you don't need it?
I don't need a mirror. It's like my third eye just does it. I don't need the mirror or anything. That mirror does not do anything. It's just my third eye that does it. It's nothing.
And so, Mary, you had asked him some questions as well when you were doing your third eye practice.
So he took his geography exam through the third eye and was able to tell.
And was able to tell how I did the exam. I did it with my third eye. I had a mirror with me. Sometimes I was looking into the mirror, but I didn't look in the mirror.
So this phenomena, believe it or not, is going on with all of the children here in the Gurukul. So, so many of us were fans of the Harry Potter movies and, the school of wizardry. Well, this is definitely the mystery school that I think we all wished we belonged to, because things are happening with these children. And didn't you ask him some questions about your past, the color of a cat, or...
Yeah, through the beetle leaf, he was able to tell the color of my childhood cat and also the color of my mother's car that she drove. And through one of his tests also, he was writing 3-letter words, and he's not really writing yet or reading, so he's only 6, and we've just started that. But he was able to tell exactly what was on the page and write it out. And if he wasn't able to write it, he would draw a picture of it. Like I asked, one of the questions was how do waves form, and he didn't know how to write the wind, so he drew a picture of a cloud and the rainstorm coming and blowing the water.
So did you see that happening in your third eye like a movie, kind of?
Yeah, I wanted to make it like a movie. And I made a boat that just went up into the clouds, and then just got, and it turned brown and it came straight down.
So what other powers do you think you would like to have? Swamiji is opening up powers to all of these children.
I want more and more and more powers. I don't know which kind of powers, but I want more.
And I know Swamiji's very careful with these. He's mentioned that I was in one session where the Gurukul kids got to ask for powers, and some of them asked to fly and do some other things, and Swamiji said,
I want to fly too.
so when you're old enough, he's very specific that he'll only give these powers when the children are mature enough to not like fly through the roof or...
The roof.
And something else I've witnessed as well is with some of the kids who are doing the blindfold reading, that like you don't read yet. And there's children, and you can write down a word in another language, and they'll be able to read it even though they don't know that language. So is there any one thing you would like to say to your friends back home? Because they're going to be watching this. Your grandparents or?
Abby is my friend, and I want to make it to her. And I also want to get to my grandma and Papa, and Eva, and Abby. Oh, they always say Abby.
So you started taking him to the LA temple. Is that where, did he go to the LA temple, or he just started coming to programs?
I want to tell you they can also manifest powers.
What was that?
I can also manifest powers.
Oh, you can manifest powers.
Yeah?
Okay, so what do you think you're going to manifest next?
I don't know. I just have to be in integrity.
Be in integrity. Now, there's a word you don't often hear from a 6-year-old. Excellent. And what else?
It's okay. And I also, I want to just already manifest flying one of my kids. And just fly up the roof.
So most kids, when they're 16, they want to get a driver's license. So you want to get your flying license. Yeah?
I do not know. No, I would just get my flying license. I want to just get my driver's license and then go flying.
So another thing that the older Balasants are doing in Gurukul is they're helping people find lost items. Have you tried to do that yet?
Are you able to find any lost items?
Lost items? I can do that. I can do that.
So this is something that was offered as a gift at the first day of Inner Awakening in Varanasi. Was the Balasants from Gurukul stood at the front of the room, and everybody who had lost their luggage or their passports or anything else were able to go to the front of the room and ask the different students, and the students would just sit for a minute, ask what it looked like, and then they would just see it. They would see the visual of where in which airport the luggage was misplaced, or where a passport was sitting, or in some cases who had picked something up by mistake and where they had taken it to. So it's a very handy thing, isn't it? Especially for us mums who are always misplacing things. But
Yes,
Mary,
I tried to hide the iPad from him, and he said, "Mom, I know where it is. I know it's under the pillow."
yeah, so all the parenting techniques take on a whole new spin.
Because I looked under the pillow.
Now, do you know what people are thinking? Has that happened yet? Can you read minds?
What?
Okay, so
I
that's
do not know what you mean.
okay. So that one hasn't started yet, and actually, it's something that Swamiji is very specific again about who he gives the power to and what ability they'll have. So the ones who can read minds, they do it under very strict guidelines. And the same with scanning bodies. There's a group of them now that are 16 and 17, and they can scan people's bodies on request and find out where there's an illness, and then often spontaneously heal it at the same time. So it's a huge gift to the world, because this is something that's done free. And when we were in Eugene, there was, I think they estimated 100,000 people a day were coming to the camp. And all of them went through the temple, and I don't even know what percentage of them came for healing and for the body scanning by the Belicents. So you can, if you keep doing this, you can help a lot of people out of a lot of problems. And I think that's what Swamiji's plan is to have people all over the world with their third eye open, so they're not making the world worse, right? In their own little way, they're making it better.
Yeah. He's very, very much aware of his...
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm very
Tell him about the
that.
animals, the healings that you do on the animals.
Oh,
You heal animals?
I do.
Well, how did that start?
That started. I don't know.
The rooster?
The rooster. I healed the rooster.
So this is in the Gurukul. There's a lot of animals the Gurukul has rescued.
Do you want to tell the story of being on the boat? How the rooster... Go ahead and tell.
And I want to tell you about, I was on a boat and we were heading to Lambach and it was right in front of us. And when my mom and me were outside, there was a rooster. I couldn't find my shoes. They're bringing chicken poop. And
So you were on a boat and you were looking for your shoes and you found a rooster? Is that what you said?
yeah, and then I just came and healed the rooster and did all that stuff.
Oh, the
and
rooster
then,
was hurt? You could tell the rooster was hurt?
no.
Oh, it was upset.
Yeah. So I healed it. And when I was healing it, it was falling asleep.
Oh, it fell asleep when you were healing it.
Yeah.
So you completely put it at peace.
And I also wanted to tell you I found my shoes.
And you found you healed a rooster and you found your
I
shoes.
found a new friend also.
That's a good trip.
But I couldn't find her again.
You couldn't find them again?
Yeah, I can't find my friend again.
Oh, your friend.
That he likes to bring home lots of animals. So he's constantly out bringing home ducks, chickens, whatever he can find, he brings home. Puppies, anything. Frogs.
And also, I want to tell you, when Banco and me, we were chasing a duck one time. Some Banco was at the top and I was at the bottom every time that happened. One time, I was at the top and Banco was at the bottom. I knew what to do. I just jumped, got the duck, came on the other side with Banco.
And who's Bonko?
Banco's a dog.
Oh, he's your dog.
Oh, no.
No?
What's
Taking care of Uncle for a friend.
You were taking care of him for a friend.
I forget his name.
So he was visiting Bunko. So can you read minds of animals, or do you just feel the emotion they're feeling?
I saw that he was how do you say it? Upset. Yeah.
Well, that's very nice and compassionate of you to be able to spot that. So let your mom tell a story too, okay? So the change you've seen in him has not only been third eye, but you said also emotionally, he's been able to calm himself down. Not only is he healing upset animals, but he calmed himself.
Yes, he just settled emotionally. I don't know how to describe. Just very, before Inner Awakening, he had a lot of tantrums and just not knowing how to deal with it. And now he's able to if he's hurt or something like that, he knows how to calm himself down. He knows how to do completion and go through different events that happen. Or if he hurts himself, he knows the pranayama exercises to breathe and calm himself down.
And also, I wanted to, I need the other one. It's more louder.
Okay.
I wanted, I forget what I was going to tell.
So, Mom, your mom will keep telling her story, okay?
Okay. Tell your story, Mom. I want to hear it.
I told before, like when we're in a restaurant, if he's hungry or something, he doesn't go into powerlessness or cry. He just thinks of a solution, like I'll just go back and I'll ask for my food and that's it. And they'll bring my food out. He doesn't go into like I can't. And he learned how to surf. He started surfing when he was, I think, almost 5. And he'll just go. He'll just see the wave and he'll just go in. Like he doesn't have that fear. He'll dive down to the bottom of the ocean and look at the coral and come back up. He's just, it's really beautiful to watch.
I'm brave.
Very brave.
Yeah, very, very, very brave.
Yeah? You love swimming?
Yes.
What do you like about the water?
Water. It was great.
So do you go in the water a lot when you're back home in California?
I do.
So you want to be a fish and a bird.
I'm a whale.
Oh, that's the call that you're doing.
I'm
So-
calling a whale.
Now your mom mentioned that she was interested in maybe starting a Gurukul back in California. Do you think that's a good
A
idea?
whale.
A school that your friends could go to?
A whale is here. And what did you say? What did you say?
You like being in Gurukul right now, correct?
I love being in Gurukul.
So what do you like the most about Gurukul?
I like the most because when it's playing time, we get to play.
And when you were back in California, you had to go to daycares a lot. Daycares when your mom was at work?
Yeah, I do that. Yes, daycares.
So, okay. Now, what, I know it's a big question for a 6-year-old, but was it the energy that you could tell was different?
The energy I could tell that was different.
Was the energy hard to be around in daycare?
Oh, yeah, I did not like that energy.
Then you told me that when I asked you about Swamiji, and you said that you didn't think Swamiji was a grown-up.
Yeah,
That
he looked different.
that he looks like a kid.
Yeah, he
So,
looks different.
so do you think maybe being an avatar, that you can see some differences between him and a regular human?
I want one tissue.
You gotta speak clearly.
I said I want one tissue.
You want a Trishul? Like
Tissue.
like Swamiji's Trishul.
Oh, yeah. I want a little tissue.
Now, he does give out little Trishuls, like Mayanatma has a Trishul that she wears in her Rudraksha beads, and that's a special healing one. And you know what she does with that? When she's looking at her computer screen, if someone has sent a photograph of someone who needs healing, she holds that Trishul at their picture. And so she can do long distance healing with that Trishul. And Swamiji gave her that and gave her that power. So maybe if you ask him, he can give you that one day as well.
Yay!
Okay.
I get a Trishul. I get the Trishul.
Okay, kiddo, you have been amazing. You are a great guest.
Oh, I love being here. I just love being here. It's so fun.
Well, and it's pretty cool sitting up here in front of Swamiji's throne.
I can see a clock.
And the clock says we're out of time. Okay, so we're going to say the Purna mantra, and we're going to thank everybody for watching. And say hi to everyone in California.
Hi, everyone in California.
Here he is, Yuri, coming to you live and in color from India.
It's live in color from India. And let's do the Purna mantra.
Okay, you ready?
Om.
Purnamadat Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamedavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Satguru Paduka Panamastu. Om Nithyanandam
Paramahamsa.
Good job, you.